power supply, when you press on the start button, as you can see, it has been hold. It has been hold. Okay, it has been hold. Now when you press on the stop, it has stopped. When you press on hello everyone, welcome back to Electrical Engineering. So this tutorial is all about how to wire a contactor with a stop button and a start button. So please viewers, this video is a step-by-step video that I'm here to show you, my viewers. So don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel, Electrical Engineering, like and then comment. Then make sure you hit the bell notification whenever I upload a new video, you get notified. And then share the video to the end, and then let's move on to our first step. So our first step is we connected our live cable. This is our live cable from the power supply, okay, and then this is our neutral cable from the neutral supply, and then we connected it to the live cable. We connected from here to our breaker, and then from our breaker to our single pole breaker here. Okay, so we connected from this place, and then this is the cable that you are seeing here, and then we connected it to our single pole breaker. So this is the output of the breaker, okay, the single pole breaker. So the power supply will come from this place, and then the neutral, this is the neutral, and then we connected it at the back of the two pole breaker, okay, and then we bring it to our connector here, okay. So we link it to the breaker and then pass through the connector here. So we'll connect the neutral to our contactor, okay. We connect it to our contactor A2. So we have A2 here, and then we have A1 here. So this is how it goes. So we are connecting our neutral first. That's the first step, okay. So this is how it goes. We connected the neutral in the connector to our A2 in the contactor, okay. A2 in the contactor. So this is a neutral connection that we are doing. Now we've titled our neutral connection there. So now we are done with our neutral side, and then we've connected it, okay. So step 2, we are moving on to step 2. So we have our cable, we are connecting it in our single pole breaker, okay, single pole breaker. So we are connecting our power supply. So this is the power supply in the single pole breaker. So when we connect it from the single pole breaker, what we need now is our stop button. We need our stop button, okay. This is our stop button. So we are connecting in the stop button. We have 1 and then 2 here, okay, 1 and 2, which is normally open. So we are connecting the cable, this cable from the breaker to our 1 in the stop button, okay. So we are connecting 2 in the same stop button, okay. So we have 2 here, okay. We are connecting our cable in the 2. This is how it goes. So from the 2, we are going to 3 in the start button, okay. We are going to 3. So we are connecting our cable from 2 is going to 3 in the start button, okay. So from our start button, from 3 we connect 4, okay. We are connecting 4, okay. We are connecting our 4 in the start button, okay. So from 4 is going to A1 in the contactor, okay. So So from 4 is going to A1 in the contactor. Okay. So this is how the connection is. So as you can see, we've done with our wiring. Okay, so I've connected from 4 to A1 here. Okay, and then how I started, I want to show you how I started so that you understand how I did the connection. Okay, so first of all, from our breaker, so I'm about to show you how I started with the wiring, so as you can see, I have my breaker, which is the single pole breaker. I connected from the single pole breaker to my stop button 1. Okay, so from stop button 1, I connected stop button 2. So in the stop button 1, we have stop button 2 there. Okay, and I connected from there to my start button, which is 3. Okay, so from 2 we went to 3, and then from 3 I connected the 4, and then from 4 it went to A1 in the contactor. Okay, so this is how I did my connection. And then as you can see, I have my motor here. Okay, I have my 3-phase motor here. This is my 3-phase motor. Okay, as you can see, this is my 3-phase motor here. Okay, this is my 3-phase motor here, but I will not be using the 3-phase motor. Okay, so I'm done with the wiring, and I'm about to test it and see how the connection went. Okay, so let's move on and then test the wiring. So now, as you can see, I've connected my power in the contactor, in the breaker. So I want to show you something that you need to know before your contactor can hold on. Okay, so when you press on this one, as you can see, the contactor cannot hold on unless you hold the start button before the contactor can hold on. Okay, so when you move your hand, the contactor will be energized, but when you press on it, it will energize unless you move your hand before it will be energized. Okay, so there is a connection that we need to do before it can energize. When you press on the start button, it can energize. That will not be energized. So let's move on to the connection. Okay, so first thing we need to know is in the start button we have 3 and then 4 there. So we are connecting the 3 to our 13 in the contactor, and then from 4 to 14 in the contactor. Okay, so that side will hold on our contactor. Okay, so let's see how it goes. So I'm connecting the 3 in my start button. So I'll take a cable and then I'll join. It's like a looping. Okay, I'm looping cable from 3 to 13 in the contactor. Okay, so without that, the contactor cannot hold. Okay, when you press on the start button, it cannot hold. So you should know the connection very well so that the contactor can hold whenever you start. Okay, so I'm connecting the 13. Okay, so from the 14, I'll connect in the contactor. So from 14 to 4 in the start button. Okay, in the start button. So now I'm done. So I'm done with the connection too. I'm done with the start button connection, stop button connection. Everything is intact now. So I'm about to energize it and see how it goes. So we'll press on the power supply. When you press on the start button, as you can see, it has been hold. It has been hold. Okay, it has been hold. Now you press on the stop, it has stopped. When you press on the start button, it has hold. Okay, it has hold on. Yeah, it has energized. But at first, when you press on the start button, and then when you leave the start button, it will de-energize. Okay, it will de-energize. But at now, the connection that I showed you, when you press on the start button, it will not when you remove your hand, it will not de-energize. It will not de-energize. When you press, it has stopped. When you press on the start button, it has energized. And then when you press, it has de-energized. So make sure you subscribe my YouTube channel, Electrician. You hit the bell icon. Whenever I upload a video, you get notified. And then share the video so that people will see the video. Okay. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.